Good day everyone! In this video, we will discuss about finding the equation of hyperbola. Remember that we have defined the general form of the equation of a hyperbola to be a second-degree polynomial in two variables that are ax squared minus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0, or ay squared minus cx squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0, where a, c, d, e, and f are elements of real numbers. On the other hand, the standard form of the equation of the hyperbola with center at 0, 0 are given by x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1 for horizontally oriented hyperbola, and y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared equals 1 for vertically oriented hyperbola. The standard form of the equation of the hyperbola with center at h, k are given by x minus h quantity squared all over a squared minus y minus k quantity squared all over b squared equals 1 for horizontally oriented, and y minus k quantity squared all over a squared minus x minus h quantity squared all over b squared equals 1 for vertically oriented hyperbola. In finding the equation of the hyperbola, it is very important to determine the orientation, the center, a squared, and b squared. Let us have an example. Find the equation of the hyperbola with center at the origin and one point of the transverse axis at 6, 0 and the covertex at 0, -7. It will also be a great help to illustrate the given so that you can easily see the relationship among the given and find the elements that we need. In this given, we can plot 6, 0 and 0, -7. So we have this point as 6, 0 and we have this point as 0, -7. Note that the center is given to be at the origin. So we can plot this point as our center 0, 0. Since one endpoint of the transverse axis is at 6, 0, then it follows that this is a vertex, because remember that the endpoints of the transverse axis are the vertices. Moreover, it follows that the orientation of the hyperbola is horizontal. Therefore, since the center is at the origin and the orientation is horizontal, we will be using the standard form x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1. Moreover, notice that one vertex is 6 units away from the center. Hence, a is equal to 6. And it follows that a squared is equal to 36. Likewise, one covertex is 7 units away from the center. So therefore, we can say that b is equal to 7, and it follows that b squared is equal to 49. We can now substitute a squared and b squared on the standard form of our equation. Therefore, the standard form of the equation of the hyperbola is x squared over 36 minus y squared over 49 equals 1. To rewrite the equation, x squared over 36 minus y squared over 49 equals 1, in general form, we need to multiply the whole equation by the least common multiple of 36 and 49. The least common multiple of 36 and 49 is 1,764. Therefore, multiplying the whole equation by this number, we're gonna have x squared over 36 minus y squared over 49 equals 1 times 1,664. Multiplying this number to each term of our equation, we will have 1,764x squared over 36 minus 1,764y squared over 49 equals 1,764. Lowest term, 1,764 divided by 36 is 49x squared. 1,764 divided by 49 is 36y squared. Then write this number to the left side of our equation. Negative 1,764 equals 0. Therefore, this is the general form of our equation. Let us have another example. Find the equation of the hyperbola whose length of the conjugate axis is 8 and with foci at 4, 7 and 4, -3. Again, we can illustrate the given so that we can easily see the relationship among them and find the elements that we need. Based on the problem, we can plot the given foci to be 4, 7 and 4, -3. Notice that the foci forms a vertical line, and the vertices are collinear with the foci. We can conclude that the hyperbola is a vertically oriented hyperbola. Therefore, since the hyperbola is vertical, then we can use the standard form y minus k quantity squared all over a squared minus x minus h quantity squared all over b squared equals 1. Moreover, remember that the center is the middlemost point between the foci. Therefore, locating the middlemost point between the foci, we have the point 4, 2. So therefore, the center of our hyperbola is the point 4, 2. Additionally, the distance of each foci from the center is 5 units. So we can say that C is equal to 5. And C squared is equal to 25. Another given is the conjugate axis that is 8 units. Remember that the conjugate axis is the segment joining the covertices. Given that it is equal to 8 units, then it follows that each covertex is 4 units away from the center, implying that B is equal to 4. And with that, we can say that B squared is equal to 16. Using B squared and C squared, we can solve for the value of A squared. By the formula, A squared is equal to C squared minus B squared. Substituting the values of C squared and B squared, then A squared is equal to 25 minus 16, which give us 9. We can now substitute the center, the A squared, and the B squared to our standard form of the equation. Therefore, the standard form of the equation is y minus 2 quantity squared all over 9 minus x minus 4 quantity squared all over 16 equals 1. If we want to write our standard form of the equation y minus 2 quantity squared all over 9 minus x minus 4 quantity squared all over 16 equals 1 in general form, what we need to do is to multiply the whole equation by the LCM of 9 and 16. So, remember that the LCM or the least common multiple of 9 and 16 is 144. Therefore, we will have y minus 2 quantity squared all over 9 minus x minus 4 quantity squared all over 16 equals 1 multiplied by the LCM 144. Multiply this number to each term of our equation here. We will have 144 quantity y minus 2 squared all over 9 minus 144 quantity x minus 4 squared all over 16 equals 144. Simplify 144 divided by 9. That will give us 16 quantity y minus 2 squared minus 144 divided by 16 is 9 quantity x minus 4 squared. Then write 144 on the left side of our equation. Next, simplify y minus 2 quantity squared and x minus 4 quantity squared. It will give us 16 quantity y squared minus 4y plus 4 minus 9 quantity x squared minus 8x plus 16, then minus 144 equals 0. Next, distribute 16 to this trinomial and distribute 9 to this trinomial. Therefore, we will have 16y squared minus 64y plus 64 minus 9x squared plus 72x negative 144 minus 144 equals 0. Now let us rearrange the terms on our equation and simplify the constants. So we will have 16y squared minus 9x squared plus 72x minus 64y minus 224 equals 0. Therefore, this is the general equation of our hyperbola. I hope that you have understood the lesson. For our next video, we will discuss about the applications of circles. Thank you for listening and see you on our next discussion.